It's me and the peanut gallery. I needed double seats. I got a single seats. I needed double seats. I think I have an okay arm for an old lady. It slipped a little bit because it's slobbery, so, but I still did all right. How y'all doing? Listen, I'm outside because I have been inside too much, and I've broken like a very important rule that my mother had, and that rule being Rule 11, which means every once in a while you gotta step away from what you're doing and ask yourself, what was the point of the whole thing? Right? The point. Now, I got into the habit of doing a lot of things that I realized no longer have value. So when Big E first left, the whole thing was go to sleep as soon as you can. Get up as early in the morning. If you can get up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I can deal with all the stuff yesterday that I was too distraught. Because when I first see something distressing, I panic. And then I sleep on it. And then I do better in the morning. So I had to have all the things about which I was panicking ready for me at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and doing that. And then I would do a lot of work, cleaning out a lot of closets and cleaning a lot of just busy work, scary work. We were having the floors redone, just busy work, keeping the kids okay, making sure this is okay. Then all of that stuff that was coming in me from the doctors and he was an accountant, and it was just woof, woof, woof. But my whole thing was, can you get to bed early? And can you get up early? Well, that was a terrible throat. But anyway. And it's 3 years later. And just this couple of days ago, I realized, when 3 o'clock would come, I would start gearing up to go to bed. Put my pajamas on, just start going to bed, just starting to calm everything down and shut everything down, because the whole point was. And then what my boys would do was they would come in the house and they would shut all the windows and close all the doors, because I just said I was cocooning myself, because the only peace I had was absolutely, utterly sleep. And I was working myself real hard during the day, real fast, getting up real early so I could go to sleep as soon as I could. And that was a better throw. Yeah. And I just realized that at 3 o'clock every day, still, I'm starting to, looking around about, well, what doors am I going to shut? Or, let me fit. And there's a lot going on after 5 o'clock in the evening. Did you know that? See, now Zora knows I ain't fighting her for the ball. But she can't help herself. But my son taught me to be very cool, calm, and relaxed about it. That's another thing. I'm learning from my children now. Because you spend all your life thinking those people are ridiculous. I mean, you love them. But, they don't do this right. They don't do that right. They don't do the other thing right. You're always trying to get things right. Because they don't know nothing because they're not supposed to know nothing. That's your job to teach them all the stuff that they know. And I was on the education thing. I really was. I was reading books, and I had one kid who can never stop moving. So to read, it had to be a game where I threw him over my head. If he got the word right, or if he got the word wrong, I got to run around him. So, he was really learning words because he wanted me to throw him over his head. But anyway, he is so calm, like his father was. Now he's nonchalant, and I'll show you a picture of him the other day. And I'm trying to learn to just enjoy the day. Turn off the news. Don't scroll. To clean up the house, but don't go crazy with it. I do have another update on Big Boy, which is just the joy of my existence is Big Boy. Now, I don't know what the deal is. It is. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to do about it, but that is. And I got my favorite sandwich. I made all the ingredients yesterday. It's like filet mignon with the Hawaiian sweet rolls. It's got to be the Hawaiian sweet rolls. And then I chop up fresh parsley, cilantro, garlic, tomato, and shallots. Put a little hot pepper in there, pepper flakes. Put a little oil, truffle oil with some red wine vinegar. Little shaker, Italian dressing, and let it marinate. Let it marinate. And then you get some provolone cheese. I used to put stone ground mustard on it, but I don't no more. And you fry it up with coriander. See, I like my stuff really rare. Blue center rare. All right. Fry it up, throw that on that sandwich, and it was so good. But I did all the work yesterday. So all the sauces. Oh, and you also have to sweat a medium-sized white onion to put on. And I did all the work yesterday, so all I got is sandwich happy today. Which is another thing that I had started doing, was just doing busy work, keeping myself busy. And I've taught myself how to cook a little better because I was doing busy work. But I have not complied with Rule 11. Rule 11 is, no matter what you're doing, you should be able to step back up off of it and realize, what was the point of the whole thing? What were you trying to do? What were you trying to do in the beginning? What were you trying to get done? And what I realized errantly, that the point of the whole thing to me, has been not to feel anything for 3 years. The whole point. The whole point is I was bubble wrapping myself. Just bubble wrapping. And I don't know if there are any other widows out there who have bubble wrapped themselves, but I want to pop the bubble wrap. I do. I want to pop the bubble wrap. I got to figure out what I want to do. What is the point of the whole thing? And I don't mean the greater, grander things, but the day to day, what am I supposed to be doing? Now, I was going to stop doing anything that had anything to do with the public, but every once in a while, I think God thinks I'm a silly person, and he has kicked me out of more windows, out of rooms, because I didn't have enough sense to walk out the door. But I keep getting these pop-up people from my past popping in to say, if you hadn't told me this, if you hadn't said that, or if you hadn't blah, 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 I wouldn't be. I've talked to women that have cried so hard they couldn't tell me what happened. And so I don't have the right not to do that. But I don't think I'm doing it in a very effective or process of procedural way. I think my playlists are stupid. Because they don't point to any particular problem. And there's some guy on here that says divorce court judge. He gets more views on my videos than I do. I don't even know how to stop that. I don't even really care. I don't know, maybe I should. But anyway, I got to figure out what the point of the whole thing is. You know, there's always the whole point. The point is to be a good person. The point is to, you know, give and love and all that. And I do that. But I had joy is a point too. And I've never been good at the joy part, the happy part. I've always I'm always seeing the problems. You could be, hey, I see the problem. Hey, everybody having a party, I see the problem. So I'm stopping that. Well, I'm trying to stop that. But I'm just trying to figure out the point. Like Mumford and I were going to ride trains and visit kids, or we were going to travel. I was going to write books. I still need to be writing books. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 in there that are just like, woman, if you won't finish me, I don't know what to do. I love you too, Dagger. Zara, I love you. Oh, and you both just sat down, so I gotta do my job. Ooh, right in your mouth. Nicely done, Zo. Nicely done. Anyway, I'm through moaning and carrying on. I'm not even moaning, I'm just talking. Because I have no idea. Oh, but here's the one thing. I'm trying to learn from my children. That's what I was trying to tell you. You know, when you back off of what you're doing on the day-to-day and you try to look at the point of the whole thing and the nature of your relationships with your children and your people, you have to take a look and say there have been shifts. Like, I'm shifting to borrowing my son's energy pattern. I am, even though he does a lot of stuff that makes me wild and crazy, because he's a kid. But not a kid, he's 30. Ow! Be more careful. But I like his energy. And though he's an energetic energy, you know what I mean? And energetic young boys break a lot of things and carry on in the window. But I like his energy. He has a lot of energy for joy and patience. See, there was a time I couldn't sit here with the dogs like this. I'd be fighting the dog for the ball. But my son comes out and talks to me about it. I'll show you a picture yesterday. And then another thing I learned from him yesterday. Yesterday, it rained cats and dogs out here. And this is a desert, so we don't have a lot of drainage. And I mean, it rained all day long, so it built a little pool in the back of my yard that the dogs find the pool. And they were throwing the balls in it, and they were jumping in and out, and he was having a ball watching which dog would do what. And the hound, look, that's the hound did him. And all I was thinking of, yeah, but they're going to come in the house with all this mud on it, like I got to clean it up. Now, the thing had already happened. They were already dirty. So instead of thinking about all the stuff I have to clean up, which I'm going to have to do it whether or not, I missed the moments of the fun with the ball. Being annoyed by the fact that I was going to have to clean up after it was not going to change the fact that I have to clean up after it. And I didn't enjoy the... Do you see what I'm saying? You hear the birds? So I don't know what it is I'm here to tell you other than that. Step away from where you're standing, look at where you're going, and wonder how you got where you are. Because I should have. And I've got to decide what I'm doing. Yeah. You got to decide. Don't let your life just happen to you. You know, get a game plan, she says to herself, trying to convince herself to do something other than what she's doing. Listen, y'all, I wonder if you can hear this. My knee pops out every time I sit down too long, so I have to pop my knee. It used to hurt like the thickest. Now I can pop my knee in and out when I want to. But I'm gonna show you the water thing that I failed to enjoy. And I'm gonna wish you a good day. You got any questions you wanna ask me? Go down there, do that thing. 'Cause I'm feeling like, I'm starting to fire on all cylinders. Y'all have a good day. I plan to do the same. I live in the desert. We had a storm. Now look at all the stuff I gotta clean up because the dogs done found some water. Lord have mercy. Miss Darcy. Look at all that I got to clean up.